finally the old farm. So we're here now. It's the next day from. I didn't need to got a few jobs that need doing today. First up, I'm gonna get this guy started. You see there, the mega field was finished last time, and that's sunflowers in. We're now putting corn into field 60. At the same time, the puma can go up to the line place. I'm going to be driving that. We also need this guy, because this guy's got a really important job today. Our first ever cut on the huge field we bought. Today he's going out with 14,500 litres of stones. Up to our line production. Now, manual productions, I can probably turn that off. Do I need that to keep going? I might as well for now. As you can see, they've got a good amount of orders. Probably when he gets back, we'll give the cows. How much food do the cows have? Okay, so due to their we've not got a huge amount of them. They're not eating ridiculously large amounts right now. Still, we're giving that 20,000. Wow, this thing's like the same width as the road. Am I going to be able to get this over that bridge? Balls. 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 I don't think this is going to fit, folks. I think it's an annoyingly small amount out, but it ain't going to fit. I'm going to have to get out through field 60. That's not good for the future. That's another reason why I think maybe selling this and moving on to a tractor-based system would be better. There is a trailer for the header, but I never managed to get it to work and I never figured it out. But I did not expect that to start this video, folks. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anyway, so like I say, once we've got another busy. We appear to have non-stop busy days on this farm, which I'm guessing is probably a better, lesser of two evils. As I say, we did an amazing job, and Megafield 2 is now beautifully growing away. That's going to be such an income to us, not only for the contract, because remember, right, that covers the next 2 levels. Ideally, I wanted to sell that last, because if I can get it when I've sold the soybeans, sold the honey, sold the grapes, but I think I have the honey, I just need to transport it. If I can do it last, and literally as I sell it, it will figure both out. Okay, folks, you didn't see this. This is just because I can't be. I'm still going to get this along the road once I get it onto here. And also, look at it. I mean, I know the fences around those fields aren't. I don't think they're actually physical barriers. But I need to find the field entrance, because in the field entrance there will be a toggle to turn off that fence. I don't want the fence in there. Yeah, right now, okay, the fence does have a collision with it, okay. Leave it there for just 1 second. Where the field entrance this one's going to be. I'd imagine looking at the map it's off this road because there's not a... At least I hope this fence is removable. If this one isn't, then that's going to make things a lot more complicated. Certainly every other one so far has been... Oh yes, I can see the sign from here. So there we have it. So what I now want to do is this. You know what, I'm looking at something itself. We get a bit of grass off this, how good would it be to actually cut this? Actually put crops, because that's a lot of land. I've set that to smooth there, but I'm hoping what it'll end up doing is basically creating one continuous long swath, which I'll then be able to just follow around. Okay, one more of it. So, first waypoint. Wow, I can't miss this opportunity, can I? Don't know whether corn is a much higher seed rate than... Actually, once again, as I said before, I'm used to precision farming, so I run that a lot in single player, but... So then get that back out of his way. I knew buying the pickup would come in handy eventually. Work away, that's going to be this guy, yeah. I might as well take a full load of lime back as well. I know this tractor isn't, this trailer I should say, isn't really big enough, but I'm also acutely aware I'm going to need to sell some eggs. I need to be able to have 20 grand by the end of this day. Speaking of days, my time wasn't right. May have to look at contracts. What is any good? Sugar beets. Sugar beets and potatoes. I mean, the sugar beets there that will pay enough that I wouldn't have to worry. What do I need for? Honey, sunflowers, grapes, and soybeans. Sunflower never pays enough all. No soybeans, unfortunately. But yeah, I realise I'm going to need 20 grand. Basically, I need to make sure I finish every day with 20 grand. As you can see right now, that's not the case. I think I may have to drag a trailer load of silage out of my my machine and sell it. Okay, that's how much lime as it's done so far. I'm not gonna leave him over because I need I'm gonna need the tractor, so bring him back to the farmyard. I always like to wait to actually start moving. Yep, he's now cutting away nicely. I realise with it set on the mode I've got it set on folks, he's going to miss loads, but I think for the first cut that'll be easier, and then we can judge it from there. But let's rock. And there we have. I was just trying back in to find that I hadn't parked as good a place as I thought I had. So you're going to go over there and just wait there. This guy's still plugging away nicely for me. And obviously I've done that, so that's now ready to be collected. I'm not going to do that straight away because I've got other jobs I want to do first, but I think this windrower is going to prove to be... I'm also moving more towards ability, because baling contracts are always worth good money, really good money. But the more of my own equipment I have, which means I don't have to lease it, obviously the more of that money we get to keep. So in future reference, I'm not against doing... I have decided that while we were doing that, I'm going to sell a trailer load of silage, just because I think that'll get me to the point where I've at least covered tomorrow's loan repayment. I'll leave that there for now. Obviously I'm not going to sell silage with this tractor, I'm going to use the bigger. That leaves me wondering what this guy can do, because I'm kind of without a job for this one. So I'll go and park him up for now. Oop, chickens. I do need to give them some more food as well, which I'll probably... It's actually not a bad idea. Let's use this guy first. I can do a couple of this trade, then I'm going to swap into probably the big one to do a silage sale. But the big one's better for feeding the cows as well, really, because it's... Obviously carry more. So let's sell the lime. Let's store the lime, sorry. Give me the sorghum. I'm going to probably end up putting some of this back because I can't see the chickens taking all of it. But I just don't want to risk them running out. Let's say swap to the big trailer to do movement of products. There's also a big trailer, so I can also go and get the rest of the lime with that, because that lime production is pretty quick. See how much it take. Yeah, I didn't think they'd take it all, but it just means their food's full, which means I know I've got 2 or 3 days before. Good thing about that, I think I've talked about it before, but I feel that once we get some good money together, maybe after that the next big sale, I should think about purchasing the grain mill. Just so we can put all the products into there. Or do I? Because my plan is to purchase one. Here, that'll be done by the end of the day, that's nice. My plan is to purchase one and sell it just to auto sell. I know you don't get the absolute best money, but that to me almost feels like the most realistic option, because in real life you wouldn't you'd sell your products to a mill, you wouldn't then tell them what to do with it. And if I just buy it but then just set it to auto sell, at least then I know I can take my stuff to it. Like I say, I'm thinking the oil mill, because we've got that massive field of sunflowers. I think it's the oil mill that buys them. Yeah, the oil mill. Let's have this one here, I think. This one obviously will get a good amount of use again fairly soon once that 400,000 litres there is ready to be collected. Just first look at the temperature, -2 apparently. Let's have the TMR out for now. I'm not going to use all the silages next, so I forget what's in there now. I'm stuck. 73. So in fact I probably couldn't sell a full trailer load because obviously I've got so much more coming. Once again I'll probably keep a couple of trailer loads from there and then I'll sell a chunk as well. So I might just sell this trailer full, because at least I know it's gonna... Ooh, well, it's not exciting time, didn't I? I'm still debating, do I give them straw? I don't particularly want... It's about whether you want manure or slurry now. Personally, I'm hoping to be able to use at least one of them, but... See, where's giving me the best price on silage right now? Don't have it on my list. Price is actually really good. Best price most I can't sell it to. Animal dealer. I do roughly remember where that was. It's up in the town again. But yeah, I'm hoping that this even at 300, so that's going to give me not quite 20k, but what's it give me 300 times 47? Let's see, yeah, so 300 times 47, right. 317 times 47. Times it by 10 is 30. It's not going to give me half as much as I think, actually. I'm probably going to need to do some more selling before... What if we send a couple of them pallets? I mean, we had the honey ready to sell. Where do we sell the honey? The restaurant, fella. The restaurant had the honey and the lettuce offers, which I think the honey certainly will count towards what we're doing here. I think we already had enough to cover that contract. I remember putting it down in there. And the only one that I do remember where that was. Because I'm going to finish with at least 20, hopefully a chunk more. You never know. I mean, if I do the same as last time, we have double episodes per day. Hopefully that silage finishes today. If we do that, we can sell another couple of trail loads, and yeah, that should really help. But once again, it's my fault. I need to learn not to run us as tight to the bone, because it will trip us up. If we end up negative, then we're in trouble, which I really don't want. Because the animal dealer was up that way, wasn't it? So I think I need to go along here. Yeah, there's the animal dealer up there. That one there. I remember saying we brought like 2 trailer loads to them. Oh, well, that's good. We are just beyond what we need, so as long as we don't spend a huge amount between now and then. Like I say, with a bit of luck, we'll have a couple more trailers to sell by the end of the day. Meanwhile, I think that means our next job is to collect that hay. Collect the hay and also just hang on once I get the message that the mower's finished. And then start looking at collecting that film. That's going to be another one for silage pit, isn't it? So, luckily we have the 2 pits, so if the first one isn't quite cleared out yet, it's no big deal. I did look, I believe I mentioned a couple of episodes ago about the mod on 19 that showed you like harvest fermented and that. Unfortunately, couldn't find it for 22, but I mean, you just walk up front, put the menu up, and it gives you the information you need. Obviously, it's the weather forecast. Give me a second. 3 and 4 o'clock, a couple of hours now. Luckily, because I'm not doing any harvesting, I don't think grass cutting actually stops because of the weather. which is useful. You see, I knew he'd miss chunks in the corners with the way I've done it, but still, to me that's the better option because it just means that when I come in I can just follow it round. But no, my next job, and the other thing is I'll be able to fill it up with silage additive. I don't know if that works on hay. I don't think it does, but if it does and we get more hay because we've got the additive in, I'm not going to argue with the game. Looking, I think this probably get a chance to service this case as well. Not now because the money's too tight, but I'm looking at it. It probably won't do any harm. So I get this dropped off. Pick up the. I can't have left that up against that rock like that, can I? Don't know how it ended up there. I remember leaving it over that side. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have left it. Well, I couldn't have left it against that rock because how could I connect to it? Let's hope I can sort of. If I have to super strength this a little bit, I'm sure you'll understand on this one. Nope, the rock is very much real. Can I get into the hitbox where I like? Oh, actually. Come on, pull it out. Oh, that got it away from me. I should check my fields actually, shouldn't I? Cause yeah, I have nothing ready to have. I didn't know if I knew 54 is currently my leader with 83 right behind it. I said I thought I know what I can get this guy over here to do. I can get the. This is going to break realism a little bit, but the game allows it. Who's finished? Oh, you. Good timing. What I was about to say is it breaks realism, but I'll do it is I can actually roll the field while the stuff's still on it. It won't delete it. It probably should do in real life, but in game it doesn't. So, and as I said, I want to keep this field productive. I really want to keep this one. Put you there for now. The more I think about it, the more I think it's a good idea to probably to um, cut and re-drill the other field down there and just keep one grass field. I might even stick a little shed where we're parked now and just keep the swather over there. I don't have to worry about trying to every time when I forget and try and bring it back over the bridge. So like I said, this is going to look wrong, but as long as Farm Sim allows it, I don't think it's outside the rules of this series. The rules that I make anyway. So we'll get this guy rolling this field just to get its state back up. And I'm thinking maybe not next coming, but the cut after. I'll do a hay cut off this, because that should give us an immense payoff. And there we are. Get you going. Meanwhile, me and the flying chicken here. Where did I put the additive trailer? Cause I might as well fill it just for the sake of filling it. Hoping that guy, if that guy's nearly finished, I can probably get him ripping 10 litres. I bought 2,000 and this thing takes 10 at a time. And then folks, are we ready for this? Our second ever hay. Already know it's not using the additive for the hay, so it saves that for when it does actual grass. Which is alright, we can work with that. Talking about it must have heard me, I'm guessing that's the 305 finished. I will just jump into it just so it doesn't continue costing us AI money. I guess what I can probably do, He's going to roll that field. I wonder if we're rolling that one. I wonder if that one's rollable yet, or whether it's too grown. So what I'm going to do as well, I don't want to keep this planter because that's going to cost me rental fees again. So what I'll need to do is unload the seed bags and the... What's the bag out of it? I'll do that in the farmyard, then pick up the roller. Probably return this. But I could always do it here actually. Is it I or you? Aye, there we are. So that's unloaded that. So what I can now do... Return it. Check the use section again today. I know I can't really afford to spend over. Well, he keeps hitting me with these elements. He knows I like them. One time I would like to do that one year, one series, and this and I will do it. I'll do like a corn silage. That's a lot of the same equipment we had. I think last time that was the last one. So yeah, nothing there of any interest to us. I'm quite happy to say. If I can't get him to grab the field roller, I might just go and have a look at Mega Field 2. I don't think it can be rolled. It looks like it's grown a stage. Showing up green to me in the distance. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I've missed that one. Never mind. I'll get this. I'll get that field roller. I'm gonna actually just fuel this guy as well because he's looking a bit low. Fuel and add blue. What's that first? That's fuel by the looks of it. Yeah. See, yeah, you see that he's rolling the field, but he's not actually deleting the swap. He's not rolling quickly because I think this roller's actually slightly more horsepower than he's got. For the same way I could possibly do with another big tractor. What's it worth to sell, just out of interest? 22? So if I wanted, say, that's only a little bit more powerful. I would say that with a decent engine in it. Yeah, we're a long way off that. And as you, well, once again, we need more to do more than just sell that. So this thing's now fueled. Fueled and add blue, so if I go up and get the field roller, can then use this guy to, which is this one here. See, I've got my seeders in there, and my fertilizers in there, so I should really... I thought that'd be a job for later, probably with that sulky one on the back of this. So I said the wheeled one I wanted to use for lime. I wonder if I can... I've got the best, I might just slap down and sell anything stationary, so I'm just sell lime. So at least then it will give me a purpose to keep doing it. Because I wonder if it comes from my time saving stock check. Lime, yeah. But no sell point. What was the horsepower usage of this machine a while back? Would it be better maybe the other way around? 120, so the other machine could probably handle it better, but I know this one over now, I'll let them keep doing what they're doing. But if I check my fertilized status of my fields, you see there's a lot of them could take one level. That I'm going to rip now, but that, basically all of them could use one. Oh, I shouldn't do this guy, should be bring that back to full, which he is. See, all of them could use one level, which is a good sign that... As I say, once I've done this, I'll set one tractor for it to rip this. Maybe alfalfa, maybe another crop. It's just, like I say, I might as well Especially when my grass field is now as big as the grass field I've got. Don't see the point having two. How much was that to buy? I seem to remember I looked at it. 66. 221, so I'm a little bit off being able to afford to buy. Unless I literally sold all the silage off my pit, which I don't want to do. But I'm just going to roll around and get this picked up, let the... What we're doing. So yeah, here we are. We entered year 2 now. I didn't realise that. We must have... Has that changed? That used to... I wonder if it changed that, because that... Obviously I've got the... It's like the extended UI display mod, which is why I have more information up there. Now I'm sure it used to take what year you're in based on your start month, which normally is about August, I think, on the game. I wonder if they sold that so it now does it from January. They must have done, because like I've definitely not done 2 years of like working this map, but I am in year 2. And for year 2, we say year 1's been a success, the farm's still going. No, it's not exactly making millions, but there's money in the key. I'm going to have to go and deal with that block by an object in a minute because he's really not liking something. Oh no, yeah, he's filled up. Like I said, this needs to go into the TMR production machine. Is it him having difficulties? Whatever it is, he's obviously sorted himself out now. Or was it? Could be that actually. That could be struggling. Wheel slip. So based on that first thing, I'm going to get a lot of hay off that field. I'm still kind of at loss now. I'd like your feedback actually, folks. I was watching. What should I do with 62 here? It's not really big enough to be one. Let me put a crop on. I ended up putting the grapes over here just so we follow a nice straighter line. We've got a couple more pallets, 3 more pallets of honey. We've got plenty of honey spawning. We've got 1 pallet of lettuce only. Production is... Oh no, it's got straw. Although production might have stopped the way it looked. But I know this needs more mineral feed again, but I'm going to wait till I can really afford it. Hay, silage and straw. Same, mineral feed needed. I may actually have a look, like I said to you before, I think the recipe uses way too much mineral feed. Maybe I leave it as the penalty for not doing it with a manual mixer. Don't know, to me it just seems a really high usage level. Once again, welcome your feedback on that. I'd really like to make sure. I really want to make sure this series is something you guys enjoy. I know we've got some big fans of Farm Sim who watch our channel because we generally play it quite a bit. You know, and I'm hoping this series is giving you that fix you were looking for. But please let me know. Just let me know what you think. If I'm doing well, if I'm not doing well, I'd like to hear about that. Because if it's something I can improve on, then I'll try to. If it's just you don't like me, then well, I'm used to it. I kid, I kid. But no, honestly, we love your comments, both me and Chris. It's always great to hear the community getting back to us. You know, we're sat here talking to a microphone, talking to a screen. It's really good to know there is somebody on the other side of that, getting a small amount of enjoyment for what we sit from something that we enjoy. Like I say, we play this game because we both really like this game. And it's amazing to hear that you guys like it, not only enough to play it, but to join us when we play it. I'd like to talk about competitive multiplayer. You know, we started that series now at the time of this going out with a couple of episodes. We've had to take a break due to scheduling. But what you make of that series? It's something a bit different for us both. I personally think I've made a bad start, just because I think I slipped up early on with a couple of bits and pieces, and you never know. It's too early right now to call who's going to win because there's so much left to do. But yeah, I can't help but feel that I seem to be on the back foot. I've certainly spent more early on. Let's put it that way. Chris is a lot more conservative with the purse strings. I'm a bit like I'm doing in this series. To be honest with you, it's definitely a theme that exists in my playstyle where I don't seem to like having money in the bank. I'd much rather it went on a nice shiny piece of equipment. Oh, I just realised. I don't say, but I really don't like the scene there with when the door open like that. Yeah, I seem to, as soon as I see a full bank account, that seems to be me going, you know what, let's just spend it. Which I know isn't very helpful. But I can't help it, it's just the way I am. But yeah, well, as I say, I think we're still only two in right now. We may have done the third one by the time this airs. But we've both gone for very different tactics on it. Very different. Which I like. It's one of the reasons why I really wanted to do it, because I thought it would highlight some of the differences in the way we do things. And just even between the different ways that you can achieve the same goal. And they were both trying to do the same thing. But we both find quite different ways of doing it. Okay, that's just a graphical glitch there, don't worry about that, we do get that from time to time. I think it's to do with the amount of stuff that's rendered. I did at one point, I was having issues with recording, and so I turned down a few of my settings. Nothing drastic, and most of it was just like, it was like distance still things. I had some insane. I'm gonna go and load this now just because it's close enough to full. Like I think like some of my distances were like 400%, which while my PC can handle it, obviously that and trying to record was causing a bit of problems. So I chose to knock those down, just to make it a little bit more pleasant for me and a little bit easier on my poor machine. I apologise if that leads to any. I honestly, since I've done it, haven't noticed a big difference. Like I say, I'm running a bit older software. Certainly, we've talked on the past on streams about Chris's PC. Mine's probably lucky if he has a tenth the power he has, but it still manages to produce what you see before you, which I am more than happy with. Wow, based on this, we end up with quite a few loads of hay's worth selling. Once again, it doesn't appear on here, which is annoying. Not really. It is at a good price, but uh, it's more worth buying than total mixed ration. And where can I sell that? I don't know how selling. That means they're going to sell it to me. Yeah, I'm going to throw down a universal buying station. I think I'm going to grab one off either Modhub or one of the sites. Just so I have it's going to give me another option of where to sell things, which is never a bad thing. And it's going to give us the chance to sell some of the stuff that default the game doesn't want us to. Because it is weird that we can sell silage but not TMR, especially to the animal dealer. Because if they're buying the silage, you would think they would want to buy TMR off us, because they could feed that to the animals they're keeping. And I would think healthy animals would be easier to sell. But yeah, I'm hoping. Another couple of trailer loads at least off this field should give us. And like I say, I can get the Ripper over here at some point. Well, I know the little tractor stopped complaining, so I guess he's managed to get past his little wheel slip issue he was having. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe even next one off that field we'll do a massive hay harvest off that big grass field, and that should give us an insane amount of product. It's actually probably not worth it, to be honest with you, because I I should have checked. I didn't look before I started doing this how much I had in that silo, but it appears that hay-wise we're not doing terribly. So I'll probably wait until this particular lot's well down before I think about buying any more. Or producing any more, I should say. I mean, other than that, I don't know, because I've said to you before, folks, I don't want to be doing grass every episode. I'll probably end up doing a bit more off stream with that big field just to get it cleared for us. But obviously now it's such a big field that it's going to have a lot of product coming off it. There's no two ways about it. Just thinking, I have crop destruction on, so I'm going to have to use the little Massey to fertilise with, just because it's the only tractor I have. With now, it has narrow tyres on it, unless I was like buy a set of narrows for 305, which could actually be worth it. I'm generally not a big fan. I don't like the way tractors look on, especially bigger tractors on narrow tyres. I know aesthetics are not that important in this game, but I'm just not the biggest fan of the way they look. I'd much rather have them on a nice set of, like most of mine are on, wide with weights. I didn't actually expect to finish that lane. I thought I was going to fill up halfway through it. And I'm glad it didn't, but just me to miss that little bit at the end. I grabbed that little bit I missed halfway down, then we'll go and unload this one. And that'll be load number 3. I can probably grab. I'll be in the middle over there as well while I'm doing this. We're getting there. There's going to be at least one more full trailer load out of this. So, like I say, in terms of productivity, this feels been really good. I'll have to have a look at my I mean, we've got corn really, got corn. Yeah, so that's growing, that's growing, that's growing. So everything I need there is growing. Everything I need for level 2 is also on the way. So I'm now looking ahead to level 4. Milk I'm working on, wheat, eggs I'm working on. That's ironic, hey. So I'm actually a lot further ahead than I first thought I was. Obviously my bit of forward planning has really, really worked out. So load number 3 going in. I can't remember what my fullness on this, See how many materials, okay. Must be 400,000 litres that fills that. So hopefully I should get everything off this field into it. That may give me a problem actually with... No one give me a sec, obviously I don't dump straight off the field into there, do I? It's field to pit to there. Remind me as well, folks, if we're going next episode now, we're going to do another. We'll do some more silage work. Remind me to compact as I go along. I keep forgetting to do that, and that's why you end up seeing me. I'm just been like, hey, I spent all that time using the combine to try and compact it. If I start to take the time and do it after every load goes in, it will be a lot easier. I always raise that a little bit too early. Because this field can probably get ripped as well. If it's not if we're thinking what I'm thinking, which is I'm going to buy the oil, I'm going to buy the oil mill because I can sell the sunflowers to it. We're going to have such a massive field of sunflowers there, and then they could just sell the oil. And I'd be tempted to put like canola on this field, just so that way I've got canola. Well, basically, if I own a production, I then want to tailor what I'm doing more towards that production. That's how I always operate. Generally speaking, in games, I do it with the grain mill. I like having the grain mill. I've always used that because it's really easy stuff to do. Wheat, barley, oats, stuff you get straw off. But flour does sell for good money, and then it also leads on to the bread production if that's what you want. So yeah, I'm talking about like its next episode, and I think I'm gonna have a look before we finish. I think even the on-map oil mill is gonna be a lot more money to buy than I probably have right now. Well, I know it's gonna be more than I have right now because there's no way it's gonna be like 20 grand. Ah, mistake again. Let's grab you. So sorry, it's not gonna be the full one, is it? But we're gonna run out of materials here, but it's not a bad amount we've got off it. And so, like I say, I think next episode my plan is going to be to pick up the grass, which, like I say, that's going to be telling because that field was like 100% fertilized. It was like 99% bonus, so we're going to get a lot of grass off that field. And then the next episode, pick up the grass, get this field prepared so it could be planted with something different. Oh, come on, can I get across there before he gets to me? He's coming for me. Avoid him. Nice. But yeah, that's basically, I think, the end of what I want for this episode, folks. If I go for it, thank you for listening to me ramble on a little bit this episode. I know as I always do, but it's always good. It's always good to know that you guys are out there listening. We'll probably also remove those pallets next episode, because we'll get the little Massey back over here once he's finished. So that's a good amount of straw and a good amount of hay in there. There's a silage in the middle here we need to work on. So I'm really hoping that silage pit finishes fermenting today, because if it does, then we can sell a couple of loads of that, and that will really help the coffers. Oh, it is done. Right, well, that could have just changed my plan then. Next episode. I think we'll do that first. Clear that first. Just so you're not watching me use this all the time. Will also be my first one with the additive thinking about it, which is a nice bonus. Should really help our increase. I'm gonna go pack this. No, I don't want to do that in that case, do I? Yeah, I think now next episode we clear the silage bit. So I'll keep. I think there's like 400,000 litres in there, so it's gonna be like even with that, even if we use that big Coeco, it's gonna be like 10 trailer loads. Which, if that's the case, I'm tempted to keep about 4 of them and sell the rest. Well, I can check how much it is before I. So let's before we go, I'm gonna leave this here for now. I'm gonna open this because it'll tell me how much is in it if I open it. 354,000. So yeah, good amount. Probably thought to keep about 4 and sell the rest. If we go to the oil mill, I believe it's here. Only 40,000. No, I don't need to buy it yet. I don't need to buy it till that field's ready to harvest. I don't actually have canola, do I? At the moment. No, that could be 84. Well, as I say, a lot of that is for next episode, folks. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to check out the rest of the channel, or the farm sim, or Valheim multiplayer with Tim of Mercury Fallen fame is always great to watch. I really love making that series, even if I just do go off and build a tower while they get on with the actual work. But yeah, just thank you for watching. Till next time, we'll see ya. Goodbye.